Well, hi folks, and welcome back to my play-by-email game of Strategic Command versus the Taxman. So let's see what Taxman did on his turn. More naval movement in the Red Seas, checking where my sub is. Okay, clear skies. And it looks like he's going for some bombing runs. We've got interception and escorts going on here. Yeah, I think I thought he was going to concentrate on one of my fighter units there for a moment. Except that fighter is going to destroy itself if it keeps going on these missions. Oh, that's the second mission it's on, but I wondered if that bomber unit might actually destroy it. Maybe I'll be better off moving my units back even further. Oh god, that's only a 1 strength core there that he keeps moving around in Yugoslavia. Okay, Hitler's sister-in-law, Brigitte Dowling, shows her support for the Allied war effort. Well, thank you very much, Brigitte. That's just very reassuring. Thank you. Okay, so we've got some more reinforcements. We've got the first Panzer tanks. And at long last, we've got our first battleship reinforcement coming through, the Tirpitz. So we'll place those in a short while. Okay, so let's start off as usual with my fleet, and we will first of all go out here into the Atlantic, and I'll keep moving U-30, and we'll keep moving this up to here where the others are, and then we'll start to come across. Okay, now the Scharnhorst battle cruiser. We'll bring that up. We'll keep it as kind of mid between Scotland and Iceland as possible. Come up to about there. And then we'll start to come back down towards Norway. And we'll do a similar thing with the sub here. So we'll going to come up to, I'd rather go up a bit higher, so I'm going to come up to there first of all. Keep well away from Scotland. Get up to about there. And then start to come down again. Okay. Now again, thank you for all the comments from my viewers. One of them pointed out that I've got to remember that when I do use cruise mode, it does use up a point of supply each time. So when I do eventually get these 3 units over to Norway, I need to put them into ports so that they will be resupplied up to a supply level of 10. So, okay, so that's the 3 units out there. Over here, I'm just going to leave these grouped as they are. This one here, I'm just going to move out 1 hex. Oh, goodness. So he's busy checking me out, isn't he? I'll tell you what, I'm going to put that back into port there then. Because what I wanted to do was to move this U114 sub into port so I could upgrade it next turn. What it looks like I'm going to have to do is to put it up into the port here at Oslo. Now that port is at a level 5. Can I do upgrades in a level 5 port? I don't know. I know I can reinforce, I've been told I can reinforce these naval units up to a maximum level of 8 if they need reinforcement. I don't know if I can do upgrades there. Maybe I'll be better off just bringing the sub down here for now, so I can be guaranteed I'll be able to do that upgrade next turn. And I'm just going to, I wonder, that sub there has 3 pips, and I don't know what this sub has. I couldn't do any damage to that sub when it has got 3 pips of experience, and it's also been reinforced up to level of 11. Let's just see what this one is. Oh, well, that's the same sub. That's the sub that moved over. Stupid me. I really thought that he had 2 subs over here now. So he's just kind of block. I think he's just now trying to block this area off. Maybe he's just trying to monitor traffic through here. Regardless, destroyer comes back to port. Okay, so this sub down here, the U-28, I'm going to do the upgrade on. So that is now matching the same advanced subs level as the other subs. Okay, right. I think that's it for the German Navy. I'm not going to bother moving this one down here. It's kind of pointless for the time being. Now, what I've been thinking over here is I think I'm going to start shuffling some of my air units. I brought them down here thinking I'd using them on an attack onto the naval units here in the western side of the English Channel. But I'm not ready to do that because I'm going to focus my naval attacks up here over in Scotland. I'm best not kind of just trying to use my air power over here because he's got so much strong air power in England. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this air power up here a little bit closer so it's a bit closer to England. And then I'm going to try and focus it all on a bombardment on one of his fighter units. And I believe he's got a fighter unit here. And yeah, I'll lose a lot of points of strength of my fighters because they'll come up as escorts. But what I'm thinking is if I can do some sustained bombing using my tactical bombers on one of his fighter units, I might be able to actually destroy it. That's kind of my thought. Let me know what you think. But in the meantime, I'm going to start shuffling these air units up here. I also have decided that I'm going to start moving my German corps over to the Eastern Front. I don't need them over here. I'm not going to use them in an Operation Sea Lion. So I might as well just start getting them moved over because I really need to be in a prepared position over on the Eastern Front in case Russia does mobilize sooner than later and it gives Taxman any ideas of actually attacking Germany early. So let's I'm going to leave my armies over here because I probably don't need that many armies, but I'm just going to leave them here for now. I'm going to keep all of these units back. I'm actually going to move them all back a little bit for now. Just to stop him trying to bomb those units. As he tried to do that last turn, he wasn't very successful. But there's no point. I can move them up fairly quickly when I'm getting closer to Operation Sea Lion. So let's start now moving these air units up. I'm going to place them I'm going to keep them off the coast still. That may be a little bit unnecessary. Let me know what you think. So I'm going to place these 3 tactical bombers here. I'm going to bring my strategic bombers up. My strategic bombers have a greater range. So I may place them here. Yep. And I'll just bring my 2 fighters over here. A little bit closer. Like so. And okay, I need to kind of think about these attachments. I don't need that. Yeah, thank you again. Somebody pointed out that I don't need the Paris garrison here attached to this HQ. So I'm going to detach that. I'm going to attach the HQ to that one. And I think that's the most I can do. I think it is, or is it because I need to select this HQ? Select this HQ. Oh no, I can't detach that from there. Okay. I can't detach. Oh, because I moved that air unit. So okay. So maybe what I still need to maybe just do a few HQ reassignments next turn, but I definitely need to bring the HQ up much closer. Put it there for now. It's about equidistant along here. And yeah, I'm just going to leave that HQ there. I'm going to maybe just attach a few more units here where I can. Okay, okay, I can't detach those because they've moved. So I need to do some reassignments on those HQ attachments next turn. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. This unit obviously needs to be reinforced, otherwise I'm going to lose it. Fortunately, it does mean an experience loss of 80%, but I think the experience level on that was pretty low as it was. And that is attached to my best HQ. So its morale is at 45%. Let's hope that comes up fairly quickly next turn. Okay, I think that's it for, not the Western Front, but I think that's it for the German units in France. Let's now move on down to Yugoslavia. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is I need to start whittling away at Belgrade. And I want to get the German armour there. If I get it where it's not attacking across a river. So let's get the armour to the south. It's only got a supply level of 5 and it's not upgraded. But let's go for it anyway. What's the entrenchment level of the unit there? It's an entrenchment level of 2. So I should probably actually use the Hungarian armies. I can't get these over there yet, can I? No, they're too far away. Okay, so let's just bring this Hungarian army down. We'll attack across the river. We'll take 2 off of there. We'll bring this Hungarian army down. Oh, nice. 3. And maybe just use the Hungarian corps to take a little bit more off. And we'll bring the German armour down to here. And we will do that. Now, I'm in a dilemma because if I move that corps down to there just to get it out of the way, I can't force march that Italian unit into Belgrade. It's just too far. That one neither. Ah, goodness. So it's a case of I either let Germany take Belgrade and take the points for Germany, or I wait one more turn and let Italy take it. Okay. Well, Germany really does still need the points as well, and yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'll just have to sacrifice Italy's points on this and not let them take Yugoslavia. I should have put them down a little bit more quickly. How about this unit down here? No, it's well out of supply, so it can't even force march. Oh, okay. So I really don't want to wait another turn. It would be very useful to plunder the points for Belgrade. Take Yugoslavia. Maybe I can bring the Italians down. Maybe I can help them, let them get the points for Greece instead. So let's just move this Hungarian unit into... Yeah, let's just move that Hungarian unit into Belgrade. That unit will be destroyed next turn because Yugoslavia will surrender. But let's just move there anyway and isolate it. And I'm not going to use Hungary for the attack on Greece, so I'm just going to start moving those units up in that direction. So while we're at it, let's finish. Now we let's finish reinforcing the Hungarian HQ. And let's finish off with all of the upgrades needed on these units. Again, I'm not going to do mobility because it's so expensive just yet. I think these, yeah, they're all just mobility on those other 2 units. So what can I upgrade on here? We don't need anti-aircraft just yet. So let's conserve the points. Okay. So I now need to get Italy as far down to Greece as I can. So let's just push on through. And I'll force march the army down. And I'll bring the Italian HQ up behind. And I'll just keep moving the German units forward. We'll leave the HQ there. No, that'll be fine. The Italian HQ will supply that unit back there. So, and for the armor, we'll start to move on through and start bringing that down towards Greece there. Okay, I think that's it. That's Yugoslavia. We'll move the Bulgarian corps up here, and I think I'm going to keep the Bulgarian corps right down in the south here. I'm not going to do any upgrades or anything else there just for the time being because I want to spend the German MPP on other things. Right, down to North Africa, and we'll come back to the Italian Navy in a moment. So down in North Africa, I want to get the Germans in a position that they are the frontline units. And I can force march it there, but I don't want to necessarily reduce its readiness and morale so heavily. It can get through to here, so next turn we can move it forward. So I think that's what I will do. This Italian unit I will bring back. I'm going to bring the German corps up. I'm not going to put it in the front line just yet, in case he just decides to take some pot shots at it. Yeah, I'll do that. Now the anti-tank will be useful. I want to get the artillery up because I'm going to need the artillery to work on de-entrenching that unit in combination with my bombers. So we'll bring the anti-tank up. Reconnaissance would be good. Let's get that Italian bomber out of the way and move the German recon unit up to there. And we'll move the German anti-tank up to there. And we'll bring the German HQ forward. I would like to try and bring it further forward. I'd like to get it into this hex if I can. So I think what I'm going to do is just move the fighter back one and bring the HQ forward. Now, can I reinforce this armoured unit? Yes, I can. So let's reinforce that. I think they are otherwise all good. So next turn I'll move the German units I want on the front line up here. I think I might move this because I would like the German artillery in this position. Yeah, so I'll move the other units up into this front line positions next turn. Probably the armor, the corps, and probably the recon. And I'll bring the artillery up into the second row here. And I'll be able to use the artillery on Sidi Barani then. I think that's yeah, I think that's about it for North Africa. So we're getting close to being prepared and seeing some action at long last. So the rest of the Italian MPP, I've got 71. I'm going to use on continuing to reinforce the navy. So that's probably going to use it all up. I can get 5 more points onto that heavy cruiser. That leaves me with 9. So I can't do anything else for Italy. Okay, that's Italy completed, and the Italian Navy in North Africa. And yeah, I think that's about it for all the units. Over here, I was going to just swap these 2 units round because the armor is best placed in the clear, not in a town. And I think, yeah, I'm just going to leave them like that for now. Once I've got the other German units over, I'll worry about final positioning. Let's just continue moving some of these units up. Let's just get them up into the towns for now, and that will do. Okay, now I've saved a lot of German MPPs, and the reason is because I want to go back to diplomacy. I want to put another chit into Algeria. I know I'm putting a lot in there, but 200 MPPs for 2 battleships, and I believe a fighter unit that was mentioned to me by, again, one of my viewers. Thank you. So I think if I can just, 20% is pretty good. I'm hoping that will start to shift Algeria soon. And the rest of the MPPs, the 248, I want to invest in additional naval units. Now, this may be the wrong tactic, but I really want to get more naval units, and I really want to whip his navy if I can. I really think Operation Sea Lion is critical. If I don't take the UK, I'm going to have to keep a whole load of units over in northern France, and once the USA comes into the war, I really have no hope. I'm pretty sure, because Taxman's far more experienced than I am, that he will easily defeat me in the west, and then I've got a huge battle in the east to deal with. If I can take the UK and Northern Ireland, then that will keep his US units out of the British Isles, and therefore it will make him far more difficult. He'll have to try and do an amphibious assault from the US, which will be far harder for him than if he is launching an attack from the UK. So that's kind of my theory, probably very flawed. So that's why I'm investing so much in my Navy anyway. So we'll purchase a sub back. And that's probably all I can do. Because I can't. That's now grayed out. I can't purchase anything else. So let's have a quick look at production. We've got to place our sub and a battleship and this armored unit in a moment. In April, we'll be getting another destroyer, and then we'll be getting a motor torpedo boat and a sub, followed by a lot more subs. But I really do need to start putting some MPPs into land units. I know that. Let's hope I can do it. Okay, on that. We'll close that. And now let's just place these units. So the armoured unit, as I said before, I don't need it over on the western front. We've got one in the central, for the central group here. Let's place an armoured unit up here in the northeast. And the Tirpitz battleship, which we're going to need to reinforce next turn. Again, I want to keep it on this side. That looks like Stettin is the only place I can put it anyway. It is. So let's put it into port there, and we'll reinforce that up to full strength next turn. So that's it. Germany's only got 38 MPP and Italy 9. I think I've done everything I can. And I think we'll leave it there. Let's end the turn and we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll get some research breakthroughs and some diplomatic movement. Oh, just while I'm talking about diplomacy, you'll know, interesting thing here is that USA has now got 40% mobilization, so that's gone up. And heck, the USSR has gone up by another 3% to 40%. So there is movement, and that is obviously the writing is on the wall for how much longer I can carry on before the USA and Russia enter the war. Anyway, let's end the turn and let's see what happens. Okay, Yugoslavia surrenders. You only get 81 MPP, but anything is good. Greece signs a defensive pact with the UK. The usual Allied raiders, that's that sub. And so we receive 506 MPP and Italy collects 105. So no movements in diplomacy and no research breakthroughs. That's disappointing. Okay, folks, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and check out my Patreon page. Thanks for watching, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.